Ladies and gentlemen, we are opening up 1988 Score baseball cards. A full box, bought from the Better Business Baseball Card Exchange. I always think of the Better Business Bureau. I'm at my job here, so I have business on my mind. And by the way, I'll apologize in advance if the phone rings, but again, I'm at my desk and I'm just kind of making a quick video. I'm looking forward to this video. I'll tell you, the last couple of openings I've done have been on, I guess, higher end stuff or older stuff or fancy stuff or stuff chasing. The beautiful part about 1988 Score baseball is there are no cards that are worth anything. There is nothing to hit in this box. There's just nothing to them. You can get the Mattingly, Strawberry, which are my two favorite cards that I'm looking for. You can get Boggs or Gwynn. You can get Ozzie Smith and Mike Schmidt. There's a bunch of good players to get. None of them are worth anything. I don't believe there are any cards in this product that's worth anything. Not Greg Jeffries, not Tom Glavine rookie. All names that I'd like to get. Don't get me wrong, Harold Baines. Why does he get so much crap? He gets a lot of crap online. Has some home runs. Not really that many stolen bases. I guess he was just a compiler, right? So people give him a lot of grief. But there's nothing to worry about in this box. It will be a funny box if I don't get any of the players. And the two cards I'd most want to get is the Mattingly and Strawberry. For me personally, not that they're the most valuable. Maybe the Mattingly is. Will Thrill Clark. It's a nice box. These are nice cards. I like the fact they have so many different colors. Billy Ripken. I always think about his one Fleer card. Nice colors, okay pictures, and everything else. Hey, there's a Barry Bonds. So it's nice and quick. Again, worth bupkis, but still. From my little research I did about these cards aren't even worth grading. Like, you can't get your money back if you spend all the money now to grade on these cards. It's just kind of the way it is. But good pack. Will Clark and Barry Bonds. But I will say, it's okay. It's okay that they're not worth anything. I can just open them up, have a little fun. No big deal. No pressure. No disappointment. I always liked these packs. These were the first packs I knew of that felt like this as a kid, right? They were always the wax pack, and then these weird score things came out, and I remember buying them as a kid. I bought what I consider to be fair share of them at the local store. Don Baylor. But no pressure, nothing to worry about, just looking back at some old-fashioned cards. I still hope George Bell. Man, 47 home runs, 134 RBIs, a 308 batting average. 1 year, he had 21 home runs, and he was a player. Maybe his career wasn't long enough to talk about Hall of Fame. Fernando Valenzuela, he dropped off obviously towards the end, but a lot of innings, a lot of strikeouts. He was still pitching good then. He was still plugging along. But certainly not good enough for a stand. Will Clark, hopefully, will get booted off the stand. Still hoping for my core little group of players. Tony Pena. The Bobby Bonilla. Always just laugh at him for the Ron Guidry. It's a funny card to me. I guess it was towards the end of his little run there. Didn't he have one season that was like one of the greatest seasons? Or 21 complete games. That's crazy. Only 250 innings pitched, 259. Strikeouts. Well, Cole is better. Hate to say it. Hopefully Cole could win something, but he ain't going to win something this year. Ellis Burks. This was a big card back in the day, right, that everyone was chasing. Highlights. Toss season's only no-hitter. Man, now they toss no-hitters all the time. I heard them talking on WFAN, which is the local sports talk here for Long Island, New York, about how no-hitters have become nothing. Like, they're just commonplace. Combined no-hitters at that, even worse. Mike Stanley. I always liked him. I'm not sure if that's a rookie card, but I liked him with the Yankees. Robin Yount. Not as many home runs as I thought. Good player, And here is another Barry Bonds. Dinged up corner. Nothing too perfect. I'll put him up here, though, just for the funny part of it. I guess if you gotta get two cards, here's a Cecil Fielder. 88. What was his rookie? Traded card, 86 or something. I'll put him up on the pedestal. Hopefully he doesn't break it. Let me tell you something. I should not be doing any fat jokes. I apologize in advance, Cecil, but I know you don't care because you got a gazillion dollars and life is good. But still, I've heard that joke done so many times in other card openings when I've seen, oh, Cecil Fielder, I hope he doesn't break the break my little pedestal I put him onto. But hey, the point is, you're still being put on a pedestal, right? That's the bottom line. Mickey Tettleton, Willie Randolph, another one of those cards. Must be towards the end of their careers. Not as many stolen bases as I would have guessed. He's not a Hall of Famer, right? I mean, he's probably in the Yankee Hall of Fame, but he's not a Hall of Famer. Reggie Jackson, they had this whole series with Reggie Jackson. Well, yeah, apparently, so here's Athletics and Orioles. So I'm going to put these kind of down in a separate spot just to see how many of them I can get. I really like these prospect cards. I know there were no prospects that were worth anything. I like the design of it. I like the fact that they stood out a little differently. And I'm pretty sure, right? Greg Jeffries and Tom Glavine are in this set. I think. Julio Franco, love that batting stance. Joe Carter, who's a big hitter. Not a rookie card, but he's already up to 29, 32 home runs. Hey, a 30-30 guy. Man, oh man. Not too bad. Billy Joe Robidoux. Robidoux? Too difficult of a name. Kevin Mitchell. That guy was kind of crazy, right? I remember with the Mets, he used to get into fights and stuff. I think Jeff Treadway. There was a little demand for him back in the day. Eric Davis and Tim Raines. It's a cool card. But Keith Miller. I remember the name. Didn't exactly pan out as a rookie. So far, a couple of Bonds, a Will Clark, a Cecil Fielder, a couple of Reggie Jackson. Still, even though I know, still hoping for the Mattingly, still hoping maybe for Nolan Ryan. Definitely hoping for a Darryl Strawberry, Wade Boggs, Tony Gwynn. Who else? Greg Jeffries, Tom Glavine. We know who I'm looking for. There's no way anybody could search these boxes, right? Because this box, I don't think was sealed. And I guess technically, I mean, if you really worked at it, maybe you could figure out something looking at these things. But there's just no way somebody would take the time to do that, right? There's just no value. To take the time, I just can't imagine. Benito Santiago, I always liked him. Willie McGee, always mention his name. One of those good players, not good enough, but good enough to... Hey, Paul O'Neill. I think this is a rookie card, right? When I was reading up on it, I don't know if I've had this card before. Pretty sure it's a Paul O'Neill rookie. I actually like this a lot. The red color, Cincinnati Reds, it all fits very nicely. He definitely is going up on a stand for me. I was a big Paul O'Neill fan when he was with the Yankees. The Warrior. At least somebody who seemed to care about winning. Not saying the current Yankees don't care, but they don't seem to care, man. And if they do care, they must be suffering, because the Yankees are at 500 today, as of the making of this video, and I think they're playing the Braves tonight, so good luck to them. Might be below 500 within a couple of moments. Guess can't win them all, but I saw a thing about how it's been like 31 years, I think, since the Yankees have been under 500 for a season. Ken Griffey. Not the Ken Griffey I want. Close to the Ken Griffey I want. Very similar DNA, probably. Well, a lot of packs to go. If you're hanging in there watching this, I really do appreciate it. This is what it's all about for me. It's just kind of opening up some stuff, which I enjoy doing, and then not just having to put it away, in a box. I get to go back and look at some comments, and Don Sutton. Man, look at this career. That's a career that's gone on for some time. Must be amongst his last cards, right? How many wins did he have? 321, yeah. I mean, a serious compiler, but still. Pretty impressive. So I always appreciate the comments. I always appreciate the ideas. I don't mind good, bad, or in between. I've never been insulted. There's a Tom Glavine. So it definitely goes up on the stand. Okay, so at least now I have the pedestals filled out. Now we can start competing. I would have to say, for me, Will Clark and Cecil Fielder are on the chopping block. Got a George Brett. George Brett is one of the good cards. Would I put him above Cecil Fielder or Will Clark? Maybe I would, actually. Maybe I'll say above Will Clark there. Robin Yount again. I mean, you know, Robin Yount's a good card, but not good enough to replace anybody, I don't think, there. Steve Garvey. Didn't he had a career, right? Well, 272 home runs, stolen bases. Yeah, he was good. Was he ever a catcher? I don't know why. I understand he's a first baseman there, but Jamie Moyer. Not a rookie card, right? I just know Jamie Moyer because he was around forever. He seemed like he was always a good pitcher. He was always a solid number 2, number 3, right? So far for the good cards up here, we have the red winning. We got Bonds and O'Neill. Then we have a yellow, purple, and green. Maybe that could be a separate little game I should have made up. See who gets the most colors up there. I mean, I would have guessed beforehand yellow or that purple. But I certainly don't know that for a fact. Glavine, O'Neill, 2 Bonds, a Brett, Fielder, a couple other cards, but right now they are I consider them to be the top guys. I like that picture. The way the bat kind of goes up there. Another Don Sutton. There's an Eric Davis. Would I put Eric Davis from 88 above a Cecil Fielder? What year is the Cecil Fielder? That's not Cecil's rookie, right? I would say that's a close one. I'm not going to put him up there. Rafael Palmeiro, second-year card, I guess. Good card, but again, I'm not going to put him up on the stands. Cal Ripken in this year. Would I put his card? I mean, his cards are always pretty good, right? Another Jamie Moyer. He definitely can go in the good pile. I'm going to put Ripken above George Brett on my pecking order there. I don't know why that Cecil Fielder's holding on for me. Maybe it's because he's a big guy, or maybe because, you know, it's closer to like a second-year card, I think. But he's hanging in there so far through almost half a box. Hanging in there. Mariano Duncan. I liked him with the Yankees. There we go. Darryl Strawberry. So that's one of the cards I wanted. Dave Smith. Bruce Bochy. So a nice Darryl Strawberry card. Where is he? Who's he going to cover? I'm going to say Strawberry is definitely going to cover Fielder or Ripken. Not Bonds, not O'Neill, not Glavine. They're pretty safe, I think. Rookies and Bonds. Strawberry above Fielder. Just so happens green against green. I'm not trying to color coordinate it that way, but just, you know, I guess one big guy over another. I thought that was, for some reason, I thought that was Bo Jackson for a second. Wally Joyner. I remember that being a big card in the day. All right, Ricky Henderson is a good card. I wouldn't put him above Ripken or Strawberry, but certainly a good card. Lee Mazzilli. Willie Randolph again. I have to remember, I know I have a tendency of pushing these cards up in an annoying spot with this light that shines. One of these days I might fix that. If I do it a little straighter, it looks better on camera. Doesn't look better to me. Oh, Phil Niekro. Take a look at, oh, that's a career. Look at that. How many wins did he compile? Over 300. Man, oh man, a lot of innings pitched. A lot of time. So I think we're just about the halfway point of the box. Cards are perfectly fine. Just about what I would expect. Try and tilt these towards you guys a little bit. Gotta remind myself, tilt them towards the camera. Keep them straight, basically, I think is the trick. And even a little centered. I know. I know. Not exactly. There's another Fernando. Carlton Fisk. Towards the end of his careers there. Catcher, over 300 home runs. Pretty impressive. Not worth anything at this point, but pretty impressive. Honeycutt. Greg Walker. Ron Darling. Randy Myers, good relief pitcher for a while there. There we go. Don Mattingly highlight. Paul Molitor highlight I'll put down there. But Mattingly, I mean, this is one of the better cards that are out there. Way off-centered. And it's not his regular card. It's the highlight card, which isn't as popular, I realize. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to cover up Ripken. For me personally, I would take the Mattingly over the Ripken. So now I have myself, between O'Neill, Mattingly, Strawberry, some of my personal favorites. Barry Bonds, it's Barry Bonds, and the Glavine rookie. Here's an Ozzie Smith, which is a nice card. I'll put in a good pile, but I'm not going to put him up on the stand to beat the other guys. Who's on the chopping block for the stand at this point, the top 5? I mean, I guess O'Neill could be, but I like him because he's a rookie. Glavine can't be. Bonds, I got 2 Bonds on one pedestal. Mattingly highlights, maybe because it's the highlights. Strawberry, I guess, could be beaten. I just don't know by who. If I got a Wade Boggs or Tony Gwynn or Nolan Ryan, maybe would. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I have those decisions to make. Sean Dunston, Ozzie Guillen. I'm going to try and maybe blow through these packs just a little bit faster at this point because, you guys have been watching for a while. So there we go. So Mike Schmitz. Now I have a decision to make. I'm not going to... Hey, Kirby Puckett. It's a nice little pack. And John Crook. Not as good, but still a nice little pack. I'm going to put them all in the good pile. I'm not going to put them up as far as beating. The Paul O'Neill probably isn't really, those cards are probably better than Paul O'Neill, but still. I'm going to say keep it the way it is so far. Got a BJ. I'm going to keep it classy, though, and just leave it at that. Good old Suroff. Always floating around. Always getting the comments, right? Could be worse. I guess it could be better, too, but could be worse. Alan Trammell, Kent Herbeck, Sam Horn, another Mariano Duncan, Keith Hernandez, Chile Davis. Good baseball name. Billy Wilson. Larry Parrish. Almost went past him. Randy Reddy. Von Hayes. Good player. Yeah, so, I always thought these cards were better than the 88 Topps. Seems like now Hojo, who's always a popular player with me, Bonilla again, but it always seems like Topps gets more love than the Score. I'd have to think about, what rookies are in the Topps that give them so much more love, or what players. I like these cards better, like, again, the colors, the design, the little square inside the framing of the picture. I think it's pretty decent, if you ask me. Dave Winfield, Bo Jackson. Oh, Bo Jackson. Could Bo Jackson get up on the stand there? I think he could. Let's think about that for a second as I look at the rest of the pack. Man, Bo Jackson, was it like a third-year card? He had an 86 traded, if I remember correctly, and then an 87. This is like a second-year-ish card. Bo Jackson. Nice color, the blue and blue. I really like that a lot. Do I put it above Strawberry, who was, between him and Mattingly were my favorite players? Bonds, O'Neill, Glavine. Don't know. I think I'll put Bo Jackson over the Mattingly only because it's a highlight card. If it was Mattingly's base card, like the real card, I would put that over Bo Jackson. Couldn't do it over O'Neill because I think that's a rookie. And Strawberry, I guess I could have done it there too, but because it was a highlight card, I'm going to cover that. Now I hope I get Mattingly's base card because I'd like to almost fix that. I feel like now maybe it was an error perhaps. Reggie Jackson, so I have his Orioles, Oakland, and Angels card. A little subset going on there. I forgot about the Orioles. 1976. Huh. Don't really think about them so much. Lance Parrish, Dennis Boyd. Glenn Davis was a player. Another one of those Davis and... Oh no, this time... Was that the same card as last time? I don't remember. Keith Miller. Remember Eric Davis. Was it Tim Raines? I guess. I think it was. Second time for that. Vince Coleman, Mr. Speedy. Barry Larkin. Kind of a second-year card. I'll put him in the good pile. Got Bush. Nothing wrong with a Bush here and there. Benito, Ripken, Trammell, Fernandez, and Cruz. Yeah, you know, a lot of cards here. I'm not used to opening up George. I'm going to put him in a good pile again. Tim Tuffle. Phil Niekro towards the end of his career. Mr. Tommy John. Gets talked about all the time, but not for a good reason. Roberto Kelly. Thurman. Right. Looks like we're down to 6 more packs. So in 6 more packs, can I get a... I'm assuming there's a Nolan Ryan. I know there's a Don Mattingly. There's a bunch of cards, actually, we didn't get. Mike Greenwell. Another Bo Jackson. So we'll put the 2 Bows and the 2 Bonds kind of squaring off on each other there. Porter. Alright, 5 more packs left to go. 5 packs can get 1 card to get up on this stand, or a duplicate or something. Maybe just a hard decision to make. Try to get my little thingy thing back on there. That means we've been going a while if that thing turned off. It's over 20 minutes. Anyone hung in there? A Trout. Not the Trout that I want to get, but a Trout. Cal Ripken, I'll put him in a good pile at this point. I was thinking putting Ripken over Bo Jackson, but then, you know, it's kind of going backwards. 4 packs left to go. Hey, they got some cards at the bottom of this box. Like, you know, printed into the box. Maybe we'll take a look at them before they go. Jimmy Key, I always mention him. Always like the little Jimmy Key. Tracy Jones. There's another Reggie Jackson. That's a duplicate one. And this is a duplicate one also. Maybe this whole pack might have been a duplicate. Is that possible? It is possible. Anyone hung in there for the entire video? As per usual, thank you very much. Any comments, any ideas? Always appreciate it. There we go. So a Mattingly card is beat up. The edges are rough. This is not a 10. It's not even a 9. But I don't care. I'm definitely putting Mattingly over Bo. So now that's starting to look pretty complete. I don't know if I can kick anybody off this stand, even if it's Jeffries or Nolan Ryan. Might be difficult for me to replace any of these players. But I got the cards I wanted. I said I wanted Mattingly and Strawberry especially. Bonds would be nice and Glavine. So, all things being equal. Didn't get Boggs, didn't get Gwynn. Hey, there's a Mark McGwire. That's actually a decent card, but I'm not going to say over O'Neill or Strawberry. I'm just going to put him in a good pile. But it's nice to have to think for a second. Which sounds funny to say, but, you know. Pete Incaviglia, Don Mattingly, and Jack Clark. It's an interesting game breakers. I'll put them in the good pile because it's Mattingly. Last pack. Last pack to look at on the bottom. Just to show you guys these cards, if you can see them. I got Ozzie Smith there, some sort of baseball, Comiskey Park. Got Gary Carter here, and Dave Winfield there. So that's on the bottom of the box. I don't keep those. Maybe nobody keeps them. Wouldn't it be funny if those were the cards that turned out to be worth something eventually? David Cohn, I'll put him in the good pile. It's early enough at 88. Last couple of cards here. And then I'll do a little quick recap. Another Reggie Jackson, so that's cool. Orozco, Kevin Elster. I might even put him in the okay pile. I mean, it's not even worth a nickel, but he had a couple of good years there. So let's try and put these all together here. Just for a real quick recap there. I'm going to put the Reggie Jacksons on the top. We got a 76 Jackson, 68 to 75. There's another 76. 87 with Oakland again. Angels. No Yankee Reggies, but that's okay. Got the Kevin Elster rookie, David Cone, a Mattingly, McGuire, Ripken, Brett, Larkin, Schmidt, Puckett, Smith, Paul Molitor highlight, Ricky Henderson, Palmeiro, Eric Davis, Robin Yount. And then cards that are up on the stands. You saw the ones in the front fascia, but good old Glavine, Paul O'Neill, Barry Bonds, Mattingly, Bo, another Mattingly, Ripken, George Brett again, Will Clark, Darryl Strawberry, Cecil Fielder. So, as per usual, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for watching. If you see me make any mistakes, any disagreements, you think there was a better card, or you're just waiting to see that Nolan Ryan that never came, or Tony Gwynn, or Wade Boggs, or what else didn't I get that was in the set? Greg Jeffries. I'm pretty sure Greg Jeffries is in this set. Let me know if you're disappointed. I'll try and do better next time. Go Yankees.